So we have a little bit of a plan.
So this started off as just a simple project. I was getting curtains for the closet, and with no luck there, I had looked at my office and realized, oh, this is too much. I think it's time for a change. So let's redo everything without an actual plan.
So I'm gonna clean out this room because I actually still don't know how I want to lay this out. It's a lot to try and fit in this room, but still make it feel spacious and minimal. I think the real solution is going to be to just start taking stuff out and off the walls, getting things ready to paint, and then design from there.
I figured step one would be just to clean out the room at least and have a blank canvas to work with, and then hopefully that would help bring the vision together. Hopefully.
So I got someone all ready to take the couch. So that is progress. They're gonna be here in like 30 minutes, and that's gonna open up this space. And I think we can get a better gauge as to what I want to do with it.
Oh, and did I mention that the initial plan for this was to get it done in 4 days without a plan over Labor Day weekend? Yeah, that didn't happen.
All right. And just like that, the couch is gone. Okay,
now's when everything can go horribly wrong.
Just like that.
You're filming like that? Front-facing camera?
Yeah.
Look at that.
Look at that.
Just that easy. Oh yeah, I'm right in the middle. I blend in. I'm camouflaged.
Then your white shirt, just the bottom. Where could he be? I think I'm planning to probably put that thing in the attic. I'm realizing as much as I want this to be multifunctional, it can't be multi-storage at the same time. So I think that'll help with storage in there for stuff that doesn't need to be temperature controlled. And I think I have decided that I want to do a lime wash wall here. I think that would look really nice. I think it would add dimension to the room, make the best studio possible that is multifunctional, that looks nice and is nice to be in, is commencing. So here's what I'm thinking. So a lot of these are just kind of like pieced together. That's not ideally how I want things. I think this is going to be good motivation to actually finish designing my L-shaped desk. So I think I figured out how I want to store materials, and I need to go to the store to pick up more containers. Whew, I didn't film anything while in Walmart, but it was very exciting getting out of Walmart. There is a storm coming, and I have like, lids on lids on lids, and in the middle of traffic, they all flew off. So that was quite the adventure. I think I've accepted something. If I want to optimize the space in here, I have to optimize a little bit more of the space in the attic. So this is a project I have been avoiding because it has been so hot this summer. It's probably not that hot in there right now, but it's just like uneven ground and you have to walk on beams, but I think that's gonna make the process of this a lot easier. This is the only angle I can get in this because, well, I'll show you. There's all this stuff and a mattress. The reason why there's a mattress on the ground is because we initially turned this into like a little climbing gym, hence the holes in the walls, but we don't have the holds anymore and we just rather go to a gym. This is the shelf I was referring to clean out. I'm excited to see what all is stuff that we can donate. think I have finally figured out what I want to do with the space. I've had a vision for a minute of the vibe I want to go for, which I really like Japandy wabi-sabi style, like a lot of neutral tones, minimalist approach. That has not really been my style for the longest time. I, was previously very boho, more on the maximalist side of things. And I think the way I can really reuse this space a lot more is if I get rid of that, but then I have like a corner desk right in there. I think that would be really cute. And I could be like, my desk could be facing the window. It's just, it would be so nice. So all the diffusers are not waiting to get very good.
So I'm guessing you want them to be able to be fit in here?
Yes, please.
So that is 1 foot, so I think we'll cut 11 3/4 inches to give us a little bit of wiggle room.
That sounds perfect.
It's a cool shot.
Whoa!
We're measuring.
It's like it's 3D.
Steffi couldn't find the sticky note that's just right on my desk, so she wrote it on about a box of biscuits.
I always keep a straight measure right here no matter what. Because I always lose tape measures. And even though I have a ruler down here, I feel like it's always wrong. So I'm going to actually measure. Yeah, like that. 10 5/8. We mark to the side of the blade in cutting to. So you see that the blade has a thickness. So you mark the 5/8 on this side.
On this side?
Yeah. And then we remember that that's not actually what we're going to do. We're going to out of all of it. So at least it's close to where it's going to be. Remove a safety feature here, unfortunately. But actually, it's pretty good right there. Maybe 10 5/8 was what we remembered. Lock that. Now we're going to keep the blade down pretty low because we don't need to cut through all of these guys because they're not really super duper glued together. I think we can lower it a little bit more.
Is there a concern that they could fly off?
There is a concern that they can fly off. So if they were going to fly off, they would probably fly back this way. So we'll stay on this side of the workpiece and hold it like this. So for this one, I'll have you just stand off to the side, and I'll do the first one. So you just observe from there to make sure it works good. Just extend the handy. All right. So now we're going to turn this on, run it through, and see what happens.
Oh, cool. Oh, these are gonna look so nice. It's like our own mini city.
So at this point, I knew that we probably weren't going to make my 4-day deadline, which was fine. I was determined to still get it done in like a reasonable amount of time. I had decided on a color for the attempted lime wash, and it was originally going to go with these curtains, but decided to go with some more muted tan curtains. And then I was very tired from painting. So this was my little break that I took.
Okay, I'm feeling better. Theo came and did the second coat of paint, which was so sweet. That that first coat was a lot of work, so I'm glad he did the second one. That was really nice. And I hope he gets some sleep. But now we get to the interesting part of the lime wash. I've never done this before, so this is gonna be an experience for both of us. But I've heard a few different things. I'm not necessarily going for like a textured wall, like three-dimensionally. I want texture just with the brushstroke itself, lime wash. There's some places that say you need to add like a putty or like some sort of like mixture to paint and water to get the lime wash. I am not gonna do that. The first time I ever saw someone DIY this technique, they didn't use that. They just used water and regular paint. And I think I'm only gonna do one coat anyway, just to have the like color dimensions. I've also seen other people like add 2 different colors of paint. I don't think that's necessary. So I'm just going to do paint and water.
Looking back on this, I do think the technique I was going for would have worked. I didn't dilute the paint enough with water, I think. And I think that if I had done that, it would have created more of a wash effect. But alas, we live and we learn. And after this coat had dried, it just kind of looked like half-assed, honestly. And this is hard to look back on. Because this wall had to get retaped and painted anyway.
Oh, man. All right.
Can you see all 3 of my chins?
And this project, I really did learn the consequences of the look around and find out mentality, because after I thought we had finished painting and realized how much I didn't like the lime wash, we had to take down these diffusers, and it could have saved a lot of work actually having a plan in the first place. So thank you, Theo, for putting up with me in this process.
Okay, so we swapped out the curtains, and I already feel a lot better.
Hey, do you want to put the curtains back up and have an anxiety attack so then we can fix it and it'll be story?
This is where the morning is at. Not aesthetic, strictly functional. So I just found out some not great news family-wise last night. So I'm a little distracted at the moment. Today is the last day I gave myself for this makeover, and I don't know if I'm gonna get it done. A lot of progress was made this weekend. I definitely underestimated just how much work this was gonna be. That's just the way it goes sometimes. Because depending on the situation, I might have to fly out of the country, and yeah. Hopefully it gets better, but we'll see. I've been wanting to design a desk for a while, because the hang up I have with just getting a desk is that I really want to I have a 88 key weighted keyboard over there, and I want to be able to like slide it underneath one of the sides of the desk, and having it be an L shape kind of also, it gives me a lot of room to work with in terms of, you know, activities that I can work on, just like storage space for underneath it as well. So that is the goal.
So at this point, this was where I really started to first lose steam with the project. I was getting really frustrated. I didn't know how I wanted to lay the space out. I didn't know how I wanted to have the corner set up for the tea stuff, and I was really getting discouraged.
You know the saying, things will get worse before it gets better? This is definitely worse.
So after some moping, and after Theo helped me take the diffusers back off the wall, I decided the thing that I could control was repainting the accent wall.
Okay, here's the situation. We are going to build a corner bench. I think one thing I really like the idea of in a tea house is like having a nice little intimate corner you can kind of claim as your own. And I realized that I could have that after some moping around this morning and feeling hopeless in not knowing how to design this room. I'm seeing it. The vision is coming to me.
I can't get the birds. Check this out. I'm a GoPro mount.
Wow.
Hello. This is about 2 weeks later since any progress has been made in this room. My grandma passed away and I needed to go to Canada and be with family. Some stuff has gotten done since I was not here. I was gone for a week and then Theo came a week after. The sweet boy, I don't know if you guys see it down here, there was a huge hole in the wall with a bunch of wires that were basically all of Theo's like server stuff. I didn't realize that was gonna get done, so that's really nice that he did that. And now it's figuring out the balance of how do we get this done. So I think the next step is I just need to get this wall painted. I think this is sanded down enough where I can paint it. I need to ask Theo. And also, Theo is sick. I was sick when I was in Canada. So it's just like lots of punches, lots of punches. And like I wasn't supposed to, I'm working an extra day this week when I wasn't planning to. So it's just like,
So after getting back, I was just determined to take small steps into finishing the office now. I didn't really have a deadline. I didn't know still what it was really going to look like in the end, but I knew just taking small steps and being intentional with it was going to be the way to get this done. So this accent wall was the next thing on that very long list. And the accent wall to separate the tea room from the office, I think really came together and it helped actually build more space.
Oh, okay. Finally, I know what's going on. I know, like, I don't know what happened today. I don't know if I slept on the floor correctly this time or what happened, but I am feeling a lot more confident in knowing what I'm doing. So, and I get to wear a cardigan for the first time because it's actually a little chilly. I say as it's 78 degrees outside, it's fine. But so here is the plan that I will reveal to you as I'm taking tape off the wall because it's very satisfying. At least it's a straight line. Is it the cleanest line? Debatable. I finally put a mood board together, which I can show you right here. And finally I just like overlapped colors and different stains and I realized that gray goes really well with kind of like reddish toned woods. I don't know why it took me so long to realize that because like my coffee table has a reddish tone and it looks very nice against the white and the gray. It kind of like ties it together in a nice way. And I finally have a design for the panels I have in mind. So I'll show here and here. That's what it's gonna look like. It's also something I can build like one installment of for this wall, one installment for this wall. And then I think I'm gonna do it for this wall as well. I know what I want to do for like the record stand and I think that'll fit nicely here. I have a print that I got, a digital like download of that I want to actually have printed and framed and maybe hung like right in the middle here. I think that could be really cool. First step since being back was to get the wall painted. So successful. Now it is time to put up shelving. I want to do like floating shelves up along here. I ordered the brackets for that. So that'll come. In the meantime, like we have some wood from our bed, our old bed frame that is not really nice wood. It honestly like, it has some like holes drilled in and like brackets still kind of like attached to it. But I think that's kind of cool and could add to the aesthetic of the wabi-sabi thing where it's like you're reusing like natural materials even after like they've been worn and used. So I'm feeling a lot more confident in how this room is going to turn out.
Look how big these forceps are. They're so great for getting stuff out between your car seat.
And that's the only thing you can use them for.
Lots of things.
I think I done it. So, Mr. Cameraman, are you ready for this extreme makeover
Yeah.
by this one shelf?
Yeah. Didn't get any use sanding.
Next time.
She was so stoked. Her brand new sander.
Got a new stand. Look, check this ombre effect out.
It's ombre effect.
Ooh, it's so nice. Has a nice, like, worn look.
Quit teasing me, babe. Put it up there. Whoa, look at that. Oh, so perfect.
So-
Look at that.
I did that.
Look at that. I didn't help at all on this one. I just cut the corner, but other than that.
Woo!
Look at that.
That's a shelf.
Yeah, it is.
So proud of myself.
I'm proud of you too.
So now we're in the end of October, and I finally have measurements for the panels that are going to go on the wall. And they weren't going to fit in Felix, so we ended up taking Theo's car instead.
Theo, how do you feel about this latest venture that we're going on?
This is for YouTube, but you're vertical.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
She loaded the whole thing all by herself. No help. Strong woman. She made me just sit back and watch, twiddle my thumbs.
So at this point in the project, I was definitely feeling the slog of how long this was going to take.
Yeah.
So these little victories really
That's pretty nice.
made it feel more real that it was going to get done. And I was also being mindful of how much floor trolling I could do because I have been dealing with back problems for a little bit. So I had to take certain things in stages. But I was really happy when I was able to get these panels done. So now comes the project I was most looking forward to, which was building the desk. I have been wanting to build this desk since the beginning of the year, and finally it was coming true. I was going to have my dream desk that would have the slide underneath for my keyboard. It was going to be in the corner by the windows and just have more like space on top to work and be creative with.
Theo,
Yes, ma'am?
can you help me make sure I'm not doing this wrong?
Yes. Thanks. We'll take the pencil and draw a mark. Support it on two sides. Yeah, you don't want to be pushing through and making bad mistakes.
Yeah, this one, I tried to do lining it up with this, and I thought it was going straight, and then I totally missed like this whole edge here.
Oh, no.
So, now, one of the pieces is going to be shorter than the rest.
Luckily, we have that extra bit.
What's it?
We have the extra wood.
That's true.
Yeah, you need a break. Sorry that it didn't go perfect.
No, it's okay. I don't know why it's making me upset. I think it's just because I think I should be better at this.
Because you've done it like 2 times.
Yeah.
After this, I took a break for maybe a couple hours, and by the time I was able to come back, I definitely felt a little bit more clear-headed and determined to get this done.
They're not the prettiest, but they're gonna do the job.
And now came the time that I've been waiting for since building the desk, since dreaming of the desk, was putting in the slide drawer for my keyboard. I have traveled a lot with this keyboard, and I'm not much of a piano player, so I honestly don't use it a whole lot, and it is such a big instrument that I've always had to figure out where to put it. And now that it was so nice finally making a permanent home for it, that I know that I'll use a lot more in my studio space. And if you're interested in doing something like this for your studio, I found a subreddit that provided a link for the exact brackets that they recommended using. So I'll put those in the description below.
She says as she slowly zooms in.
No, don't show it.
Look at that, babe. Look at that.
Oh my gosh.
Look at her go, new desk.
We're at the home stretch. Today we are going to go to Home Depot and get the last lumber that we need for the rest of the big build items. hopefully the last thing after today will be just decor. I've been able to drink coffee again and have it not be a huge thing, so. All right, we're doing fun facts with Theo.
Fun facts. Because we learn from those people that we watch.
Yeah.
We're all about those fun facts. So, there are 2 different configurations, styles of circular saws. There's the Sidewinder, which this is the old one I got years and years ago, which can't do anything. That's nothing against Sidewinder saws. So you see that the motor is directly in line with the blade there.
The motor is directly in line with the blade?
Yeah.
That's the motor?
Yeah, so you can see how that connects directly to the blade.
Okay, I see.
And so that makes a little more compact saw, but it's a little bit less torquey sometimes.
And what does torque mean?
That's
Less
the
juice?
rotational force.
Okay.
So higher speed, lower torque. And then this is a worm drive saw. So you see the motor's here going this way, and then there's a little gearbox.
That's what that is.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the interesting thing, my first time using a worm drive saw, is that whenever you start it up, since the motor is like this, spinning this way, it wants to torque you like this.
Oh.
So that's the main thing.
Fun facts.
Yeah, but it's really nice. And so the handle's on the back, so it's a little easier to go longer through.
Nice.
And it is also a little bit, allows it to be bigger motor with a narrower footprint.
Nice. And so when you're using it while holding the square, do you hold it obviously down here because that's where the
Yeah.
lever is, but are you balancing it? Like you're just like putting more pressure like side to side?
You only really feel the torque when it first starts up, and then it balances out. And it's really heavy, so it'll just stay on there and be smooth. But just that initial start will go.
Ah.
So if you're gonna hold this, we'll plug it in, and then you just feel what it feels like to start that.
So just this button?
Yeah. You feel it kind of twisting.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's the only thing to be worried or to
Okay.
notice that for yeah. Oh.
Sorry I didn't get any video. My phone camera needed to charge, so we just went ahead and did it. It was getting late, but look at this. It's gonna be so nice.
So next thing was I found this super cute pendant light on Facebook Marketplace, and I was so excited to get it hung up in my little tea corner.
Oh my gosh, you guys, it is so cute.
Now, believe it or not, guys, I was ready to be done with this project. There were only a few more little things to get done. And so it was getting the record shelf up, which you just saw. The pegboard was kind of a last minute addition, but it's going to be so nice to have up. And then truly the last thing to get done was putting this print in the frame. I had waited probably like 2 weeks for the print to come in. And so finally when it came in, I was so ready to get it up, to clean up the office, and to do like a final reveal and to have this video come to an end. Through this process, I've learned a lot about power tools and also good things take time and you can't rush it into a 4-day weekend. So now that brings us to this weekend where we had an amazing snow come, and it was time to clean up and do a final reveal. It's done. It is finally done. It is crazy that I'm filming the ending of this journey. What was supposed to be done in 4 days took 4 months. I really thought I could get this done over Labor Day weekend last year. Wow. I think that explains a lot about how I see time. Yeah, the last leg of getting this done was definitely a slog. I wanted it to already be done, and I was just not expecting it to be as long as it did. I'm so happy though with how it turned out. It really did fulfill the 3 things that I wanted this room to be, which was a studio, a tea room, a general craft activity space. And it's crazy that we did it. I really have to thank Theo so much for his help with using tools and knowing how to build things. It was definitely a team effort getting here. So I really have to thank him for that. So the thing that was the big motivator was that I wanted this space to also be a listening room. I guess that's kind of the 4th thing. I had something to actually listen to that motivated me to get this done. So when, I think this was November, and I found out that Lin-Manuel Miranda did a project recently. And so that would be such a great bookend to this project of finishing this office, and then the reward is getting to listen to the album, which is what this is. So this is the Warriors album. The whole intention with the album was it's when you're listening to a record and you just sit on the floor and you listen to a record and you're just encapsulated by the world in which is being laid before you. And I was you know what, that would be once the office is done, that would be such a fulfilling thing is to actually sit and listen to this record. So I get to do that now, and I'm so excited. I'll give you a little tour of the office before we really wrap things up here. So this is editing Steffi here. The audio from my necklace scratching against the microphone was so bad. But basically, I just wanted to gush about how much I love the lamp in the corner of my little tea room. It really came together, the panels, the cushions, all of it. And I'm just so happy with the aesthetic of this room. And then here's the little studio desk area. It's the lighting's a little hard from this angle because there's no light over here really, but yeah, it's just so much more room in here. That's all I can really say. It's just, that's all I've ever wanted in this room. It's just more room. And I'm really happy with the dual monitor setup here. And these are actually rack mounts that we also multi-purposed for speaker stands. So I can put audio gear in here as I collect them. This space is really nice and open. Whenever I do my tea tastings, actually, it's really nice to do it here, or I want to get into sewing at some point. And so having space to put stuff is gonna be so nice. And then I have a pegboard here that I can put my tripod on and some cords. And I wanna get some baskets to put more of my camera gear in as well. And up here is just a little memorabilia thing for me, because I've been a Taylor Swift fan since I was 12. So, and I got to see her in concert at the Eras tour, which I definitely didn't think I was going to be able to go, and somehow I was able to. So it's just very special. It felt like a full circle moment. So I wanted to encapsulate that in a little shadow box. So it's not part of the wabi-sabi cowboy aesthetic, but it's part of the Steffi aesthetic.
So yeah, I think that's it.